I often get asked, can you really measure emotional intelligence? So I thought today we'd talk about that. Emotional intelligence is a wonderful skill to have, made up actually of many skills when you look at the science of emotions. So when you think about can you measure it, there are various tests out there you can use. There are what's known as self-reports, which is basically I get asked a question, how good am I at reading emotions in people's faces, score myself on a scale of 1 to 10, and I go, yeah, I'm awesome, great. Or 360s, where you get asked to rate me, how good is Sue at reading emotions in people's faces, scale of 1 to 10, usually 1 to 7 actually. And you go, no, she sucks. Now, we don't necessarily know which of those is actually true unless we take into account the ability measure of emotional intelligence. One of the reasons I love the Mesquite, because the Mesquite will never ask you your opinion. It will only ever ask you, here's a face, what are they feeling? So the Mesquite is the Mayer-Salovey-Caruso Emotional Intelligence Test. And it's not the only one out there, but it is the only abilities-based test. I'd like you to think about what it really means when we talk about measure emotional intelligence. Yes, you can fill in a test, you can assess yourself, you can do all these things. And yet you can actually measure your emotional intelligence skills and abilities in your day-to-day life. It's basically how effectively do you deal with emotions in emotional and social situations. So do you find that you've had a 10-minute row with your partner and only afterwards go, probably should have said something differently? Or do you have to deal with a instance with a client where something's gone a little bit awry and afterwards you come back and you go, oh, if only I'd have said that. Emotional intelligence is basically taking your emotions and then your, if you like, your rational system, your logical system, your problem-solving, decision-making, and putting the two together and saying, can I use my emotions intelligently? And the thing that I really love is when you take the research that looks at the Mesquite in particular and how people have scored, and then you put them under fMRI scanners and ask them to wrangle with social emotional problems. People who score higher on the Mesquite, so higher emotional intelligence, manage to solve those social emotional problems faster. So for me, it's about how do I get to a more effective solution in a faster, more efficient way? When it comes to dealing with people, that is such a wonderful skill to have, whether you're a leader, a coach, a consultant, or a friend.